One of the first questions that came was what to do when our dilemmas shake the very foundations of our faith.
Very good question. When the foundation of the faith is shaken, then you go to the Supreme Lord, who is residing within our heart. Just now, as I told, Ishvara Sarvabhutanam Hridesha Arjun Tishtati. Go and surrender yourself to him. You have been shaken, don't worry. But there is a Paramatman who is all powerful, who is all merciful, and is always there to help you. Go and surrender yourself to him, and your problems will be solved.
One question that might arise even in this kind of situation is what if the foundations of this faith, the faith in the Paramatman that you're talking about, what if those are also shaken?
Yeah, there is this faith in that means there is one divine spark in everybody's heart. This is the message of the Upanishads. Now, the message of Upanishad has come from the revelations that they got during meditation stage. It is not only some fancy of the mind. They have got this during their deep meditation, and these mantras they have been written in the Upanishads. Now, Kathopanishad says, Esha sarveshu bhuteshu gudo atma na prakashate drishyate tvagraya buddhya sukshmaya sukshmadarshibi. Inside every human being, there is a center of consciousness called Atman. Each soul is potentially divine. That is what Swami Vivekananda said. So here, Esha sarveshu bhuteshu, irrespective of caste, creed, color, religion, nationality, inside every human being, there is a center of consciousness. Esha sarveshu bhuteshu gudo atma na prakashate. It is not visible. If it is not visible, how to believe in it? Because it is not visible. It is not experienced. So how can we believe in that? So that is why the next line is there. Esha sarveshu bhuteshu gudo atma na prakashate drishyate. Some people have seen it. That is the proof. Some people have seen it. Drishyate tvagraya buddhya sukshmaya sukshmadarshibi. Some people with a very fine intellect, very subtle intellect, sharp intellect, they have seen. Swami Vivekananda, when he was a college student, Narendranath Dutt, he said, I don't believe in God. Just because you say, I believe in God. I'm the son of an advocate. I'm a lawyer. I want document evidence. I want proof. And he had read Carl Spencer, John Stuart Mill, Dr. Herbert Spencer, John Stuart Mill, so many, Hume, and all those Western philosophers. So he had become an agnostic. He said, I don't believe in God. What is the proof? So any saint coming to Calcutta, he would just go to him. But he was in search of truth. He wanted to know the truth. So everybody would do. And then he would talk. Then he would ask this one question. Have you seen God? Nobody could reply. Process is nobody could give satisfaction. Then he was so much restless because he was not getting the answer of his question. Then he heard Devendranath Tagore, Maharishi Devendranath Tagore, that is father of Rabindranath Tagore, whom we know, who got the Nobel Prize. The poet Rabindranath Tagore, his father was Maharishi Devendranath Tagore, who established Sadharana Brahma Samaj. He heard that Devendranath Tagore, Maharishi Devendranath Tagore, stays in a cabin inside a boat, and always he is meditating on God. So he went to him. Then he entered his cabin, and Maharishi was meditating. After his meditation was over, he said, you are meditating too much on God. I want to ask you a question. Yes, ask the question. Sir, have you seen God? And Maharishi Devendranath replied, my dear boy, your eyes are beautiful, those of a yogi. And Narendranath was very much disappointed. I am asking the question, have you seen God? He says, your eyes are beautiful. I don't want my appreciation of my eyes. I want my reply. One day he had gone to the college. He was studying in Scottish Church College. That day, One day it so happened that the professor who was teaching English literature was absent. So the Principal William Hasty himself came to take the class of English literature. He was teaching them Wordsworth poem. The name of the poem is Excursion. At that time, in that excursion poem, this description comes, the poet goes into a trance. He goes to a subconscious state while seeing the nature. And the students ask, sir, is it possible that somebody could go to a trance, to a samadhi state, superconscious state? Then Professor William Hasty says, sir, yes, it is possible. I have seen one person who frequently interested in the state of trance and the samadhi state, superconscious state. If you want, you can also see him because he stays in Calcutta. There is the temple of Dakshineshwar, Mother Kali. Sri Ramakrishna Paramahansa stays there, and he goes into this trance often. And then Narendra said, okay, now let me also check up with this Babaji. He comes to Dakshineshwar, and then he sits down in the room. Sri Ramakrishna is talking to the devotees. After some time, he said, now enough of talk about God. Now you reply my question. Have you seen God? And Sri Ramakrishna replies. For the first time, he gets satisfied reply. Sri Ramakrishna, yes, my boy, I have seen God. Then he says, I am seeing him more intensely than I am seeing you. Then he says, if you want, you also can see him. But you have to undergo spiritual practices. That is the science of religion. Science says H2 will make it water. H2 plus O2 is equal to water. Oh, hydrogen is a gas, oxygen is a gas, how it can give water? You come to the laboratory, have hydrolytic process, and if you don't get, then you say, I don't believe. It's not a question of belief, it's a question of experimentation. So Sri Ramakrishna says, I have experimented, I have got. You also can experiment, but come to the laboratory of experimentation, of spiritual practices. And in that practices, then he got Nirvikal Samadhi, the test of Nirvikal Samadhi in Kashipur garden. That is why he could declare in the Parliament of World Religion, I have seen God. So, the greatest consolation for us is that if we have not seen God, doesn't matter. If you are not experiencing Atma, doesn't matter. But some people have seen. And in our modern times also, some people have seen. Not thousands of years back, the rishis are telling, Esha Sarveshu Bhuteshu Guru Atmana Prakashate. But in these modern times, as a representative from all of our modern youth, a student asked this question to Sri Ramakrishna and he replies, yes, it is possible. And the students afterwards get the realization. This is our great support. Let us have faith in that. And let us move forward. It's not a question of day or two. In fact, we are also trying. We are trying to realize that Supreme. We are on the way, but we are confident. We are very much convinced. If somebody has got it, we will also get it. Today or tomorrow, we have to get it. So let us all join together and try to have spiritual practice. And then, based on our experience, we can say, yes, there is the Atman, there is God, there is that infinite power. But at present, there is no harm. You know, when there is some imagination, if you think there is imagination, but if imagination helps, what is the wrong? But it is not imagination, first of all. Even if you think it is God is an imagination, if it is giving you power, if it is giving you the solution of problems, what is the harm? Because when you are going for this, so many sort of, in geography also, you make so many drawings and all that. You believe in that, and accordingly the aeroplane moves. So, but our scriptures say, no, it is not an imagination. We have seen, some people have seen it. Trishyate Tograya Buddhya Sukshmaya Sukshmadarshivi. That is our support. So let us believe in that. And let us believe in the power of the Atman, the infinite power of the Atman. Let us experience a little by practicing it.
Thank you, Swamiji. That definitely cleared up this question. So the next question is, Krishna has asked to only focus on the works and actions rather than the fruit. So if we were to work, say, without income, then how will we fulfill our worldly needs such as and our families? Could you please shed some light on this?
As I told you, you must work for the result. You must have a target, and you must work for the result. But your eyes should not be on the scoreboard. Your eyes should be on the ball while you are playing cricket. Supposing you are doing business, if they are not thinking what will the result, what will the profit, to work for profit only is like playing tennis with your eyes on the scoreboard rather than on the ball. So we are not saying the result will not come. You have to think about the result. You have to put a target, no problem. But now once the target is fixed, how much amount of energy is required? What type of strategy should be applied? For getting the target, you concentrate on those strategies, on those techniques, rather than always worrying about the result. That is the thing. That is the idea.
Truly. So the next question here is just a moment. Yeah, how to deal with the effects of impressions on the mind, like anger, jealousy, lack of patience, which keep arising even after we are aware that it is only impressions in the mind and not reality.
How to deal with the effects of mind impressions like anger, jealousy, lack of passion, etc., which keep arising even after being aware that it is only mind impression, not reality. It is the reality, not that it is not impression. It is a reality. Anger is a reality. Jealousy is a reality. These are the emotions that come. So what we have to do is we have to develop our EQ, not only IQ, EQ, emotional intelligence. So emotional intelligence comes by the control of mind. And the control of mind is a technique in itself. Mind and its control is a beautiful book by Swami Buddhanandji. You can read that book. But I told you in a nutshell, the gist of the whole thing is Abhyasenuto Kaunteya Vairagya Griyate. Gradually, by practicing regularly meditation, prayer, reading good books, positive things, positive books, and on the other hand, getting detached, having a spirit of detachment from the persons as well as the items, which is drawing your mind away from the desired objects. These two things combiningly will help you to override your mind. It will not come in a day. It's a gradual process, but gradually you can control your mind. And always remember one equation. Purer the mind, the easier it is to control the mind. So how to get purity of mind in that case? Ahar shuddho, sattva shuddhi, sattva shuddho, ruvasmiti. If your intake is pure, your mind will become pure. Now intake is only not through mouth. One is intake through mouth. That should be pure. You should take the food which is not irritating. That is not enough. We are taking intake over eyes and ears. Remember 3 monkeys of Gandhiji. Do not see evil. Do not listen to the bad things. Do not listen to evil. Do not see evil. Do not speak evil. 3 monkeys of Gandhiji, remember. Also remember the 3 monkeys of Switzerland. One of our Swamijis had gone to Switzerland for preaching Vedanta. By the side of a lake, there are beautiful lakes, as you know, in Switzerland. Many beautiful lakes. By the side of a lake, he saw an image of 3 monkeys, but very strange monkeys. So far, he had seen 3 monkeys. One monkey, 2 eyes closed. Second monkey, 2 ears closed. Third monkey, mouth closed. Here he saw one monkey having 1 eye closed, 1 open. Second monkey, 1 ear closed, 1 open. And third monkey, half mouth open, half mouth closed. He was bewildered. What are the 3 monkeys trying to say? Those 3 monkeys we know, don't look at evil, don't speak evil, don't listen to evil. What does these 3 monkeys? After a long time, he got the meaning. When he remembered a shloka from the Vedas. Which was the shloka? Bhadram karnebhi shunuyam deva Bhadram pashe makshabhir jatraha Sirei rangai stustuvagam sastunubihi Vyashema devahi tayyadayuhu Swastina indro vriddashavaha Swastina pusha vishwavedaha Swastina staksho arishnemi Swastino brihaspati dadatu Bhadram karnevi shunuyam deva. Listen to good things. Don't listen to bad things. But one ear is closed. Don't listen to bad things. But one ear is open. Listen to good things. One eye is closed. Don't see bad things. But one eye is open. See good things. Don't see bad pictures on TV, but see good pictures. Don't read bad books. Read the books of Swami Vivekananda. Read the books of positive thinking. Read the books of self-development. Read good books. Don't speak evil of others, but have a word of appreciation for others. So trying to take good intake through our senses and avoiding taking the bad intake will make our mind purified. And C is directly proportional to P, where C is equal to concentration of mind and P is equal to purity of mind. So that is how gradually, when our mind will be under control, then we will be able to control all these emotions: anger, jealousy, envy, all those things we'll be able to control gradually by this practice of having more and more purity of mind, and that practice abhyas and vairagya.
Ji Swami. Then here's a question that might be slightly more technical for this kind of session, but if you can answer it, please illustrate the relationship between Stula, Sukshma, Karan, and Mahakaran Sharir and the Panchakosha.
Oh my God, it's a very big question. So there are Panchakosha, that is Annamaya Kosha, then Pranamaya Kosha, then there is Manomaya Kosha, Vijnanmaya Kosha, Anandmaya Kosha, and behind all that is the soul. So this is a theoretical question. You come to the practical question, but of course, this kosha also, Panchakosh Bhed, ultimately you have to do and reach the ultimate Atman by this one. So these are the questions, theoretical questions. Come to practical problems. Then, good example, Karma Yoga, cricket. Any other problem, practical problem?
Another question which has come to me is, how do we incorporate the teachings of the Gita and some steps for better implementation?
Yes, please, can you repeat the question? How can we?
How to incorporate the teachings of the Gita, as in steps for better implementation.
Oh, how do we incorporate the teachings of Bhagavad Gita? Huh?
Yes.
In our daily life.
Yeah, in daily life.
Very good. So whatever teachings come to, number one is that if you can recite the slokas, very good. Number one, you can recite a few slokas. But best is that you take one sloka every day or two slokas and try to find out the meaning and if you are not good at Sanskrit, doesn't matter. You see the translation and you think about the slokas, the meaning of the slokas whole day. This is the best way. Every day, two, three slokas you can do. And then some slokas you feel are very practical, are very important, or very useful to you in your daily life. You take them together, you take them away, make a small list, and those slokas you should repeat every day. And you learn by heart. It's very, very easy. For example, say this Stita Pragya Shloka. Very few slokas are there. You just repeat you can repeat without seeing the book. Or they are the slokas from Bhagavad Gita, Bhakti Yoga. Very few slokas. Whatever slokas appeal to you, you make a collection and repeat them and try to remember the meaning behind that. These are the two ways. One, every day 2-3 slokas, and then reading the translation, reading the meaning, and trying to find out the meaning and trying to remember the meaning all day. Number one. Number two is that take a collection of the slokas and remember by heart and recite every day. These are the two methods.
Yeah, this family. One more question here is this: while in remembering God, surrendering the ego and feeling the connection, it gives a sort of solace, but why does this solace not last for very long?
Yeah. So solace is coming, isn't it? Solace is coming. That's a positive thing. So the solace is coming. So try to repeat the same thing again and again. Whatever is giving you solace, one time is not enough. Try to go to the same source from where you're getting solace. One time is not enough. Supposing you are reading a book of Swami Vivekananda, it gives you solace. Then every day you have to take the injection. One injection is not enough. Every day take one injection. Or two injections per day you can do, morning, evening. So if you are getting a solace from one source, you try to repeat it. Recharging the battery is very important. You see, you are recharging your mobile battery at night. Otherwise, no SMS, nothing can be done. So recharging the battery is very important for mobile. Similarly, it's very, very important for us to recharge our mental battery. For that, what we should do? Recharge the mental battery by electric shock. From where you will get electric shock? From the books of Swami Vivekananda. These are not my words. French savant Romarola, the Nobel Prize winner, he was told by another Nobel Prize winner, Rabindranath Tagore, if you want to know India, study Vivekananda. In him, everything positive, nothing negative. Then he started reading the books of Swami Vivekananda, and he was so much engrossed in it, and he was so much influenced that he wrote a book on Swami Vivekananda. And about the words of Swami Vivekananda, he said, his words are great music, phrases in the style of Beethoven. I cannot touch these sayings of his, scattered as they are, through the pages at a certain distance without receiving a thrill through my body, like an electric shock. So that electric shock is there in the words of Swami Vivekananda. You take that electric shock, it will recharge your mental battery. So one time is not enough. Maybe twice a day. Some people need two tablets, 2 injections a day. Some people need 1 injection a day. Most of us need at least 1 injection per day. So while going to sleep, at least read one sentence, at least read a few pages from the book of Swami Vivekananda. Take that injection of tonic, injection of strength, injection of power. Start your day with one sloka from the Gita, end your day with one sentence from Swami Vivekananda. This is a practical advice I can give to the students.
All right, Swamiji. The last question for today will be, someone has asked, what is the ultimate purpose of life? So this might be the deepest question we have received so far.
Yeah, very nice question. And that is the real question. What is the purpose of life? Purpose of life is to go beyond all types of miseries, all types of suffering, once for all. Purpose of life is to get eternal life. Purpose of life is to conquer death. Purpose of life to get infinite happiness, infinite love, infinite bliss, infinite knowledge, infinite strength. And that is our birthright. This is our birthright. And we don't have to get it. It's already there. Swami Vivekananda says you don't have to go and import divinity. Each soul is potentially divine. Each soul, irrespective of caste, creed, color, religion, nationality. Each soul is potentially divine. The goal, you are asking about the purpose now, the goal of human life is to manifest it. How? By controlling nature, external and internal. Do this either by work or worship or psychic control or philosophy. By one or more or all of these, and be free. This is the whole of religion. Doctrines, dogmas, rituals, temples, churches, mosques are but secondary details. So, 4 yogas: Raj Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Gyan Yoga, Karma Yoga. So you must have seen the symbol of Ramakrishna Mission. Ramakrishna Mission symbol. This is the symbol. This is the symbol of Ramakrishna Mission. You must have seen all the books. So what are there? One is the serpent, then there is the waves of water, then there is the sun, and there is Hansa, and Then there is the lotus. So the serpent indicates the Kundalini Shakti, the power of Kundalini. So Kundalini, power of Kundalini moves like a serpent from Muladhara to Sahasrara. When it reaches Sahasrara, then you get Samadhi. That is the purpose of Raj Yoga. Then lotus indicates bhakti, love. That is bhakti yoga. Waves of water are the waves of karma, karma yoga. Sun, knowledge, gyan yoga. Hansa means Paramahansa, means Paramatma. And it's written there, Tannu Hansa Prachodayat. This is how the vision of Paramatman is achieved. How? By combining 4 yogas. Raj Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga. So, my reply to the question is, the purpose of life is to manifest the divinity within by practicing these 4 yogas in daily life, by which every day we'll get happiness and peace. Every day we'll be able to overcome our tension, ultimately culminating in infinite happiness, infinite bliss, infinite knowledge, eternal life. That is the purpose of life.
All right. Thank you. We shall end the session here. Thank you very much, Swamiji, for your time, and that in spite of your ill health, you took effort to guide us in many different and great ways.